Yes, it is December. It's time for the month ahead. It is that time of the year where it kind of all starts to happen all at once. So, fortunately, this is a month ahead that shows that most people will be able to have their feet firmly on the ground this month. So, it's actually going to be quite a good holiday season, even in a very difficult world in a difficult year. So, things are maybe balancing out for the better. And you'll see the theme for everyone this month is a certain amount of balance. If it's December, it also means the new year is not far to go. So make sure to diarize, check ahead for the beginning of January when I'll be releasing a look at the year ahead, both for you and for the country. So make sure you check in for that in the weeks ahead. Meanwhile, this is the month ahead for December for you. Aries, well, the time has arrived to gather what's yours back to yourself. Check out who's got your stuff, who owes you stuff, who ought to be giving you stuff. It all needs to come in your direction. Collecting those dues is what that's all about for you this month, Aries. So that also means, in terms of relationships, it's also time to really have a look at the balance in the relationship. Relationships are meant to be beneficial to both people. Sometimes it sounds kind of transactional to worry about what's yours, but the truth is, you need to be both benefiting in the relationship. Otherwise, why else do we do it? So it's also a time in relationships and in all the kinds of relationships in your life just to check that the scales are equal and that both people profit from being in this relationship. Even without relationships, this is a month for profiting for you, and December is the best time to be gaining in finances because expenses tend to be big at this time of the year as well. It does look like the money is flying out of your pocket just as quickly as it's flying in. So try and do things to stop that gap, and you'll manage to accumulate and gain because the potential is there. But even if it's going out, as long as you've got that even balance, that's what it's all about for you this month, Aries. Taurus, it could be a little difficult to work out who's this month. Who's yours, who's theirs, what belongs to who, and who should be doing what. So it sounds like a few boundaries are required and a few working out and kind of taking stock of where you're at, whether it's relationships, whether it's money, whether it's business partnerships and so on. It's really just time to clarify all of those things because it does look like a little bit too much chaos has been reigning of late, and that has made it a little bit more confusing, and that makes you a little bit more insecure. So just time to sort that all out. Best way to do that is to get a grip of your financial life at this time, especially where it's involved with other people, whether that's because it's a business transaction or because in your personal life there's sharing going on that hasn't really been monitored in any kind of way. And maybe a little bit more monitoring is required, and just making sure, as I said, we know whose is whose. That will get things into a much more even keel. Finances are somewhat challenged this month. You also seem to have a little bit of equal amount of coming and going. And if you learn to get your security and your focus where things are important, your financial life, you'll stabilize everything else going on in your life as well. Use it as a metaphor. Make sure that you've got gain happening elsewhere in areas of your life because you've put those good boundaries in place. Geminis, it always amazes me that the stars seem to know what the humans are up to. Because when we look at your month ahead, it looks like it's all spend, spend, spend. In December, whether we're spending out of generosity or whether somehow all those bills are coming in, but it certainly is the month of money going out. And that does look like that could be what's happening in your chart. But it doesn't mean that you're going to be losing out in any kind of way, because it also looks like a good month for money anyway. That probably means you've got more coming in or that there's more solidity and security. But it's kind of up to you. The issue that's showing in your chart is that it's about keeping your eye on things. It's like I'm saying, if you keep your eye on things, you can manage to do this month very successfully. You'll be able to satisfy all those expenses and demands for money going out, while at the same time being able to build resources in a significant way, because that is what's possible this month. Easier said than done, I'll admit, and even seeing what's going on is easier said than done. There's some old expenses coming up, things from the past are coming to haunt you in terms of what they demand from you. This is a good time to settle everything and rebuild your security in preparation for the year ahead, which can be a whole clean start for you. Cancerians, this looks like a month of strategically going forward. All your ambitions are in their best possible position to succeed. That's especially work related things, but anywhere where you really have to go far, be seen, even be acknowledged or recognized for what you're up to, this is a good month for that. But the strategic part is the drawing in the help and support of people around you, and some of those people around you might even be new in some way. In other words, people who you really haven't really seen as supportive of your cause, your purpose, your ambition, whatever it may be. So don't be shy to reach out and draw others in. But your greatest support is going to come from the people that you know. And even outside of the situation of surging ahead in your professional goals, you'll find that neighbors, people close to you, friends, people all around you are a great source of strength and support this month that you can draw on to actually develop some ideas and goals and make a difference in your own life. But December is also the month of friends and family, and you're going to find it an especially good one. An especially warm and loving and strong supportive environment is around you this month. Best time when it could possibly be. So make use of that. Have a great season. You're going to love it. Leos, it seems as if the gods are on your side this month, and there's all sorts of unexpected gains. It's almost as if you won something. In fact, if you are the slightly chance taking time, this might be a good time to, take a lottery ticket or something like that. Usually the gods aren't that favorable that they're going to help us win the lottery, but it's like keep all your doors open because luck wants to find you this month. And sure, that's one of the ways it can. But more significantly, it's really related to what you're doing and what you are putting out into the world that is producing a great result. The favor of the gods is because you're earning it, not really just out of luck. So that's going to bring in the unexpected gains, which are even likely to be financial gains of some kind. It does look like the financial situation is pretty strong this month. The security that you feel from that and from everything else in your life is pretty strong this month, and that's going to put you in a position of feeling blessed. And what better time of the year than this month when we see our friends and our family and we connect with everyone to be feeling blessed again. So best thing you can do, Leo, is shine your light, shine your warmth, and share those blessings with everyone around you, the ones you love, and even the strangers in your life, because it is the season of shedding light for Leos. Virgo, you might have been letting some things slide over the course of the last month or more. And by letting things slide, it really means allowing other people to consciously or unconsciously take advantage of you in some way. So December is your month to kind of gather your resources back to yourself again and make sure that you're in charge of them and that they are benefiting you in some way. That when other people benefit from you, it's by your own conscious choice and decision, not just letting things happen or feeling guilty or any of those kind of things that might be driving you towards that. So it's also a good month to be spending some quality solo time, working on your own projects for yourself, spending some time alone, and working as well on your spiritual life. It's kind of like you've been pulled in lots of directions by lots of people and lots of demands over the last little while. And as a result of that, you can't really see yourself anymore. And now's the time to be taking a look back at yourself. It's a fun and family time of the year ahead. So you want to be strong and standing on solid ground for that to happen. So prepare for that by a little bit of retreat, a little bit of quality time, a little bit of dealing with your own inner self, strengthening yourself to deal with everyone in that outer world. Librans, this month you see the benefits of all the self-reliance that you've learnt in the last few months this year, because it looks like you're in quite a strong position in order to be able to do whatever you need to do, even if that means spending money this month. Although it must be said that even though it's December and 'tis the time to be spending, you need to go a little bit cautiously with that, just a little bit cautiously. For some Librans, it'll be a little bit overcautious as well. And there is an indication that you could be feeling a little bit too insecure and holding on to some things too tightly. Take the message from what I said at the beginning that you've actually earned yourself into quite a strong position in terms of self-reliance. And if you trust yourself as you've had to trust yourself over this year, then you can actually trust yourself to be the best judge of where you're at this December and how far you can afford to go in terms of what you've got to put out versus what you've got to get in. Because it's a great time to be spending time with other people, you've also got to make sure to keep your own needs in front of mind, and that's by just making sure you're taking charge of your own sense of security. Self-reliance is what it's all about. It's been your great lesson of the year, and now you get to benefit from it. Scorpio, you're in a great position this month. Your finances are looking good, or at least looking under control. You're feeling strong and in command of your own life. As great as that all is, and make no mistake, it is great, you could actually have too much of a good thing. And sometimes it can paralyze you. And that's the issue, is that it can feel a little paralyzing, not sure what to go, where to do, any of the above. You don't have to go anywhere. And this month is a month when they can all be coming to you, because this is a month when we sit with the people we love, we spend quality time instead of rushing around doing a million things. And that might be the thing for you to do. But it certainly looks as if the potential or the need to be rushing around is there. Because between paralysis on the one hand, it's also because of too much to do on the other hand. I'm saying that paralysis turns out to be a good thing because it's better not to be doing a million things. But if those million things need to be done, you need to create a strategy around that, because it's torn between two things. On the one hand, rushing around, on the other hand, feeling paralyzed. You're never going to feel good in the middle of all of that. So get back to your strong sense of security, self-reliance. I'm in charge of everything. My money's okay. Let me calmly take things one at a time, like a person who's in charge. That's how to approach December, Scorpio, and it'll work out best for you. Okay, Sagittarius, things have been percolating on the back burner, in storage, whatever it may be, for just a little too long now, and it's time to get things going. You've been almost on pause mode in some areas of your life. Not too many, because I know Sagittarians are not lazy people, have always got a lot on the go. But there's some things that actually need to be brought back out into the open and need to be pursued. So this is a great time to be dusting off some goals or some projects that have either lain dormant for a while or have just been at the back of your mind but never come to the front, and bring them to the front of your mind, because this is the month to make things start happening. Hey, it's also your birth month, your birthday month, which makes it even better, because things are usually best immediately after our birthdays. So if you wait until just after your birthday to kick things into action, you're going to achieve great results very easily, very quickly. The family and friends side of December, which is so big, is also going to be very worthwhile for you this month. And again, you can make connections and make new connections, perhaps connections you've been intending to make but hadn't yet made, because it's all about spreading out and reconnecting, and you're not in danger of spreading yourself too thin for once. So take advantage of the good times, Sagittarius. Capricorn, December is not usually your best month. It's the month leading up to your birthday, and all of us tend to be at our lowest in the month before our birthday, whatever it may be. And for Capricorn, that's kind of magnified by the frenetic and sometimes emotional month of December that can throw a lot of people a little bit off balance. So you do need to be kind to yourself during December. Remember that, Capricorns. As your chart suggests, it's time to kind of build or rebuild or solidify your foundations in some way. The family time of December is a great time to be doing that, and you've got to be careful not to spend too much time alone or spend too much time at work, because the challenge in your chart seems to be, hey, take some time off or take some time away. You often feel security in your work, which is fine, but this is also a time just to feel security in your foundations. Family and home and place are the best foundations for that. Too much work, too much giving away of your energy is not really going to help in the long run at this time. So just kind of lay low and don't spend too much energy until you get to your birthday late in the month or next month and you're ready to start a whole new year, because your birthday signifies the start of a new year, more or less. So get back to yourself before that happens. Aquarius, it looks like you're kind of torn between fun and work this month. Kind of what better dilemma to face than have to worry about, should I really be constructive? Should I be playing? Because both of those are going to benefit you. And usually, when astrology shows a dilemma like that, both things need your attention. It isn't a choice between one or the other. So that means the challenge for you this month of December, Aquarius, is to get that in balance, to make sure that you're meeting your working needs and your playing needs, and finding the proper balance of time and effort between them. Truth be told, it looks like the work is going to be pretty demanding, and the challenge is really to make sure you balance that correctly with fun time. And fun time can easily just mean family time. And being December, that time of the year is when we spend it with family and friends and all the people we love. Spending time with the people you love, balanced against how much work you need to do, is the best solution to that dilemma of choice that you have this month. There's stuff that has to be done, that certainly has to be done. And one of the ways to also satisfy both demands is through your natural generosity. This is a good month to be giving some of your time and energy to others. That's really going to work well for you in helping balance that mixture of what's fun and what's necessary. Pisces, this emotionally laden time of the year can often be a challenging one for you. And it looks like this year might be particularly so. You're someone who's naturally tuned into the woes and pains of the world. And well, we know the world is pretty full of those kind of things at the moment. So you need to make sure you've got some good boundaries. You're not here to fix everyone and fix the world. And that you've also got some good strength of love and support around you yourself. For the most part, this can be a really good month for you. If you focus on your own goals and your own needs and desires, those can actually be met. So, the way to kind of mitigate against the pressing difficulty of the world that you're so sensitive to at this time is to become a little bit selfish. Not selfish in a mean and horrible way, but selfish just to make sure you've got things that need to be done. You've got your own goals, and even if those are not constructive, professional kinds of goals, they are important goals, and those are the ones to concentrate on at the moment. If you keep your head down and focused on that, then you can benefit from your own friends and family and the love around you. That's where you can put your loving energies, your helping energies, your compassionate energies, where it matters the most, the people closest to you. You can then have a great holiday season.